This is Jared Rand, and welcome to the Global Guided Meditation Call for June 1st, 2021, Tuesday, 3 p.m. Eastern. I'm using a different phone right now. We'll see if it clears up this debris or whatever we're having here with this, because it seems to be lately, last couple of days, fading and crackling and everything. So I'm doing the best I can on my end. So we'll see how this goes today. Once we realize that our souls are infinite, and that once we go within, that's just the beginning. Because we then we discover the gods that we are. But then we understand that there's much more with the gods that we are. There are higher realms that we can travel, higher realms, infinite higher realms that we can experience and explore. So it's all about allowing ourselves to understand that we are free. We are freedom itself. There is nothing more freer than the gods within us. And once you connect with the God within you, you will then understand that you have always been free, always will be, ever, beyond, and forever. There is no constraints at all. You may imagine that you can fly anywhere you wish today. You can do anything you like and free your mind from all limiting beliefs. And the realms are inexhaustible. You ask yourself, where do we go today? Where should I go tonight? Believe me, that's what's ahead of all of us. We can once we discover the connection with the God, and we understand that fully, then it's open to anything and everything, anywhere you choose. These constraints on this planet are an illusion. That's all they are. Everything on this planet's an illusion, and if we choose to believe it, we will create it. We are very powerful. So it's something to choose to explore for yourself. I am larger, better than I thought. I did not know I held so much goodness. All seems beautiful to me. Whoever denies me, it shall not trouble me. Whoever accepts me, he or she shall be deeply loved, and shall deeply love me. Walt Whitman. There is really no higher or more fulfilling experience in this life than feeling totally, completely at one with God. The deep, eternal, loving, omnipresent, divine intelligence that is behind every atom in this universe, guiding everything and everyone towards discovering their highest and deepest spiritual experience of life. In these times that we're all experiencing, we understand that we have a choice to make for ourselves, each and every one of us. And the choice is, do we buy into it? Or do we not buy into it? It is completely up to us. We understand that the God, the divine presence, is behind every atom in this universe. And guiding everything and everyone towards discovering their highest and deepest spiritual experience of this life. It's vital that we choose to make time to create a deeper connection with divinity. This is a perfect time for all of us. Allow your entire body to relax right now. Rejuvenate itself and reconnect with divinity. Completely relax. We come to the understanding that the unexamined life is not worth living. The unexamined life is not worth living. Socrates. So ask yourself, how is your year going so far? Are you moving energy into form, creating it into reality? Are you manifesting everything you wanted along the way? What have been your big wins and successes through the year so far? And in what way did you feel that you are falling short of or failed? Now, we know there's no failure. There's just experience. So you have this experience, that experience. Take some time to really reflect on where you're at with you. And notice in what ways you are now and how you have changed. And haven't changed at all inside you and all around you. When we reflect upon, without judgment, by the way, and this is an appropriate time to do it with the turmoil on this planet, reflecting upon our lives and who we are is not about judging ourselves or labeling ourselves in any way. It's more about taking a massive inventory of what makes you happy and what doesn't satisfy you any longer. There are some things, we all experience this, none of us are exempt, but we go through this, you know. Some things, you know, yes, but other things, not anymore. Inner reflection and deep spiritual consideration helps us to realize more clearly that it is that, what is that we want and don't want to manifest and attract in our lives. And this can be anything: sadness, anger, hatred, fear, worry, or bliss, joy, happiness, contentment, peace. And it helps each of us to know ourselves better and respect ourselves more, which makes our path easier to walk upon each day. Finding a crystal clear distinction between what we do want and don't want. It is vital for our heart's contentment and ability to relax fully into your body so that you can deeply enjoy this amazing human ride. You see, with everything going on, we're distracted. How can you not be? Relatives, friends, neighbors, strangers. We've got interaction, frequencies, and energies flying all over the place. You've got, and you guys know this, you got the fear, you got the worry, you got the stress. And this is where it's up to us to choose. Do I really care to be out here in this storm? Or, and this isn't a retreat, by the way. This is your decision to go within with the God that you are, where it's our natural state of being, it's our true home. And remember, as we all reflect on our lives and what we've done so far, maybe this year or the last several, remember one thing, that what we did, every action we took, has everything and nothing to do with who we are. On one hand, the every single moment and intention that we acted upon every day, everything each day with ourselves and life greatly have affected every single movement and intention that we've acted upon every day. Everything that we did and manifested in this world came from the state of mind where we were currently abiding in. It's this frame of mind we were in, right? On another level, a deeper level, the pure spiritual essence of who we truly are is unfazed and untainted by anything we did last year or could ever do in this material world. Our souls are always innocent, bright, beautiful, and perfect at the very core essence. Nothing we could ever do or was done to us ever changes the fact that we are a spiritual being intimately connected to God for eternity. This is the deepest spiritual truth of our being and should always be respected when exploring any deep consideration about who and what we are. He who thinks is the doer is also the sufferer. Moderation. Understand yourself, all parts, all of your dark parts, all of your light parts. Get to know yourself in the deepest, most intimate ways. Find out everything you're still running from, avoiding, and afraid of, and everything that you love, treasure, and adore. Know that the darkest and lightest aspects of all of ourselves are both needed so that we can make actual decisions in this life, have discernment, create direction, step up on stage to play out the most amazingly meaningful role in this life that we could ever imagine. Get in touch with your power of intention. And after you have a clearer understanding of all your darkness and lightness, you'll have a better understanding of what your heart truly desires to manifest. From here, we can create intentions for this year that are solid, reliable, and that we can relax into. In other words, we're not attached, right? We've got our intentions, and they're solid and reliable, and then we can relax into it. Not attached, not expectations. Remember, vague intentions always manifest into vague results. So if you kind of like wishy-washy, oh, well, maybe, yeah. You know, if it does, fine. If it doesn't, fine. Wishy-washy, okay? Vague. You'll get vague results. Kind of, a little bit, maybe. So be super specific on exactly what you want to create, experience, manifest, and reveal in your life this year. A life without an intention is like a boat without a steering wheel or a rudder. You can feel trapped, lost, and powerless as we are constantly being blown across the seas of life wherever the wind decides to blow. Living a life with authentic intention is by far the most empowering way to live. We are like, we're manifesting machines. There's no other way you can look at it. And we're constantly manifesting, we're creating into reality, moving energy into form 24/7, always. We are attracting either what we want or don't want, all the time. All the time. We never aren't. So we can never turn off the manifesting flow as long as we are living inside this human body. So you might as well get clear about what you want and intend to manifest in your future, in this now, because it is 100% certain that something is going to happen, period. The next 10 minutes, next hour, next day, next year. When you create crystal clear intentions about what you want, the universe has a much better chance of delivering the goodies to you knowing exactly in which direction your rudder is pointing. Be gentle with yourself no matter what happens. A lot of us will get irritated, angry at ourselves, cut ourselves down and cuss at ourselves, Life is going to throw us a few curveballs because that's how we design it. If we knew everything in our lives that was going to happen, how boring would that be? So, the God within, we create certain things that we aren't aware of. Few curveballs. And that we're not going to see coming. And we've all experienced those more than once. We may feel completely unprepared, unable to deal with them, and might even come down hard on ourselves for not handling the situation in the most wonderful, loving, or conscious way. It's good to know that we cannot always be successful all the time in this life. There are experiences that we create for ourselves, basically to test our armor and to test our resolve. That's it. Otherwise, we would never learn anything. Everything, oh yeah, I'm going to do this, yeah, it's automatic, this and that. Yeah, it'd be fun at first, but boy, it'd get boring. It's our failures and shortcomings that give us roots that truly make us grow and evolve. This is why it's absolutely vital is that we make the deep commitment to ourselves in this now to be gentle, kind, soft, and easy on ourselves, no matter what this life throws at us. Or, I should say, what we throw at ourselves, consciously and unconsciously. We can only do our best in life given the resources that we were given, right? So anchor in the habit to be kinder to yourself, forgive others and yourself quicker, and let go of the things that throw you emotionally off balance a little faster. The mind will always be there, discerning what's good and bad, so you don't have to identify with any judgment or criticism personally. You can sit back, be the observer on the sidelines, and just watch this amazing, dark and light, magical play of life unfold and act itself out on the stage. So here's a little kind of a mantra or a prayer that you can use. You can say, Dear Alice, this year is going to be the best year of my entire life. I'm going to take care of my body, mind, and soul with more love, care, and conscious consideration than I ever have. I'm going to eat only those foods that bring my body into the highest vibration and consciousness possible. I'm going to exercise daily, build up even more energy, health, and vitality every day. I'm going to open my heart with everyone, becoming more honest, vulnerable, and loving each new day. I'm going to let go of every bad habit that doesn't support me in creating my highest health and consciousness, replacing it with a new habit that makes me feel more grounded, real, dependable, open, and available to love. I'm 100% committed to myself, enjoying myself fully, and manifesting the most amazing life that I can imagine. I choose this or something better to manifest into my future right now. And so it is. And so it shall be. I'm going to have an amazing year. We're half over. We've got another half to go. Love is our true essence. And love has no limitations of caste, religion, race, or nationality. We are all beads strung together on this same thread of love. To awaken this unity and to spread to others the love that is our inherent nature is the true goal of this human life. Amacha. And how many of us don't maintain that awesome vibration of love? Even though we may not think this about ourselves, but we are lovable. Have you ever focused on that? Our unique way of being in this world, our energy, our presence, and just the normal nature way, the normal natural way that we are, is lovable. We don't have to do anything special to be lovable. We were born lovable. We entered these bodies lovable. It's a quality that we cannot escape from. It's our energy and our consciousness. Being worthy of love is just who we are. And when we accept the fact that we are lovable, just the way we are, without having to change a thing, it makes it easier for others to love us. People can feel it when you love yourself. There's no way they can't. And it feels like a warm, welcoming invitation from the heart. Now imagine that everyone loves you exactly the way you are right now. Take a leap in consciousness and try it out. You'll start feeling that it is true. Excuse me, and begin manifesting more loving experiences all through your day. This universe wants us to experience more and more love every day. You don't believe it? Is the ego mind trying to talk you out of it? Try it. See what happens. Believe it or not, this is one of the great purposes of our lives, to let in as much love as we possibly can. Now, what happens when we don't do that? What happens when we fight the tide? What happens when we fight the love? It's not fun, is it? Our energies drop. Our perspectives drop. Our attitudes drop. We fall into the muck and the mire of the lower, dank, survival matter, dark matter frequencies. There is not a shortage of love in this universe. There never will be, ever, beyond, and forever. The greatest love is already here, all around us right now. And it's our choice. Open our hearts just a crack and allow warm, cozy energy to come in. You can find it easy to allow yourself to receive love because you are a good person. We are all good people. We have good hearts. We have good intentions. Believe these things because deep, deep, deep down, you know they're true. There isn't anybody that I have talked with in silence that has disagreed with this with themselves. The highest phenomenon is when love is in a state and not a relationship. See, not that you're in love, but that you are love. Osho. The vibration of love is a powerful thing to focus on. It is have you ever focused just on love? And I'm not talking about being in love. I'm talking about being love. It is the ever-expanding force of energy that is continuously saying yes to life, to this life. It loves dwelling on the positive aspects of this life and having compassion for the negative. The vibration has a soft energy about it. And somehow, in the right situations, it has the most fierce, courageous strength as well. We will all know that we are in it when everything feels right, light, and good. And these feelings are deeply grounded in our bodies. The vibration of love is that which allows us to deeply relax and naturally exist in a sweet, vulnerable place that is empowered, open to receive, and free. It is not controlling, nor resisting life in any way. It is appreciating, accepting, and approving what is. Real love is eager to embrace others and listen to what is really going on beneath the surface. It only knows gentleness and kindness, welcoming with an opening, accepting heart. The others, anxiety, sadness, and all their fears, love is not afraid of anything. It's like the sun, who is just meant to shine bright and give its warmth light and life to the world. When you say yes to the vibration of love, you're saying yes to the relaxing, healing energy of acceptance. You are choosing to accept yourself exactly as you are, where you are in your life, and allowing any negative, critical ideas that any of us may have about ourselves are okay too. Love welcomes all, loves all, and sees the good in all. It takes in those hard, desperate thoughts of unworthiness, fault, lack, and limitation, and treats them like little, sweet, orphan animals who just need a warm home and a big, cozy hug. When your negative thoughts know they are okay, that they are lovable too, they will relax, soften, and let go. Always remember deep in your hearts that all is well and everything is unfolding as it should. There are no mistakes anywhere at any time. What appears to be wrong is simply your own false imagination. Robert Adams. There is nothing so deeply beautiful when we say yes with our hearts to the vibration of love. Something magical happens inside the center of our being. It's as if the soul of our life catches on fire and starts blazing its way through life with unstoppable pizzazz and joy. We feel totally alive, turned on by this life, and excited about interacting with everyone. We just want to share this incredible experience with everybody because it's too huge to contain. And it isn't difficult because that's what you are. So you practice focusing on the vibration of love. Practice feeling that yes in your body to energy of love. Say yes in each moment you can to letting in more and more love. You can do it, and it's super fun. It really is. Just look inside yourselves and be honest and find out what love feels like for you. Trust your body and know that it cannot lie. Your body cannot lie. I dare you to open your heart right now, letting in more love than may feel normal or comfortable. Expand your old perceptions of yourself. Step into a new you. Welcome in this new being who is ready in every moment to welcome in life. Letting in more and more joy. Give life the biggest yes that you've got inside. You're worth it. We are all worth it. And when we can get centered in real devotion to this vibration, we will discover the most amazing, ridiculously beautiful, awesome life we could ever dream of. If you really want to love, you must learn how to forgive. Mother Teresa. And that's one of the most powerful things we can do is master the art of forgiveness. If you are carrying a grudge against anybody, whether it's big or small, you're clinging to a heavy shield around your heart that's weighing you down and negatively impacting you on so many levels. And by continuing to be angry or upset with somebody else because they have wronged you only hurts you in the long run. Like attracts like. And when we hold on to feelings how someone has hurt us, we're anchoring our energy in the past and attracting another victim-like scenario in the future. And we're doing all of this in the now. If we don't learn how to forgive and let go of the pain that's been done, it doesn't allow us to be fully open, available, and alive, and present to this divine moment, the love that we are. Our being becomes light, tight, protected, and contracted when we cannot forgive people. The quicker we can learn to let go, the less time we spend in pain and suffering. Holding on to a grudge from the past with anyone only hinders our ability to become a positive, open, loving being who is literally manifesting the life of our dreams. So the word forgiveness is derived from the word to give. Forgiveness is a gift of freedom and healing. And when we give it to another person, you actually are giving this to yourself. The act of forgiving another may not free the other person if they do not accept it, yet it will definitely liberate your energy, even if the other person holds on to the past grudge all the way to their ending. You can still forgive them for not knowing how. Our job is simply to let the past go and trust that everything is always in perfect divine order. The universe never makes mistakes, ever. Every act of harm unleashed is pure stimulation for our soul's awakening. The pain makes us wake up, recalibrate our lives, and adjust our sails towards a bigger freedom. The judgments we tend to inflict upon ourselves force us to love ourselves even deeper. The wound inside us creates a womb where new life can be formed. We must choose then to give birth to something inside us that is more loving, healing, and creative. We must choose to also forgive ourselves for anything that is less than love. When we do forgive ourselves, we instantly feel a great lightness that opens our chest and spreads all throughout our bodies. It is a powerful path to healing that is always available to choose in every moment of our lives. Every day, we have the option to let go of our pride and let in the love, or hold on tighter and be right about something unfair or wrong. If you want to become a more sensitive, humble, and deeply loving human being, you must choose to learn the response of forgiveness and compassion. Softening our egos is perhaps the most empowering and enlightening action we can do, as it puts us directly in contact with our souls. If we are ready to experience the amazing power of forgiveness, recognize your attachment to your story. Release those repressed feelings. When someone mistreats you or hurts us, we may either express this pain or repress it. If you were taught to repress your feelings, put on a brave face. Go on with your life. You'll have many heavy feelings inside you rotting away at your core. All repressed feelings fester deep inside of all of us and cause us to continue to carry a burden about life, relationships, people, and the world. The first step in forgiving is letting go of these heavy feelings. A lot of people say, oh, I let go of them. That's superficial, because you can tell they didn't. You can ask them one question and know immediately that they're still in there rotting away at their core. When you forgive and let go of these heavy feelings, allowing them to turn into lighter feelings, they are there are many techniques that you can help yourself to release pent-up emotions from the past. And one simple way you can do this is on your own is emotional release journaling. Some people write it out. Others just feel it out. Just write about the past event without censoring it. Write from your most emotional place and keep writing until you have emptied everything out. Do not read it once you finish. Wait a few days or weeks or even months before you read it. You can burn what you have journaled and proclaim out loud, I let this go. So it is, so it shall be. If your repressed emotions are very strong or feel overwhelming, it may best to get the support of a trained professional to help you let them go. Continuously choose forgiveness. In every moment, you have the opportunity to choose forgiveness. Once you release that, holding on to the past only harms us. We can consciously choose to let it go instead of returning to resentment. Choosing forgiveness is an instant process, and only you can choose it, each of us. No one's going to choose it for you. This means we will always choose the feeling, to feel feelings of lightness, freedom, and healing from the past event. Once you have decided to forgive someone, visualize the person in front of you and say it out loud to them. They don't have to be in front of you, okay? Visualize them in front of you. And say it out loud to them. I forgive you completely for what happened. I love you and thank you for the lesson. Please forgive me for what I've done. And notice how it feels. Just reading this proclamation in your body. And by stating this message out loud, we can all create an instant energetic shift in our bodies. The person can be on the phone, in the room, or simply there in your heart. If you do this in your mind, the secret is that it must feel real to you. That's the trickiness if you do it in the head and not the heart. You will be amazed at how this declaration starts opening up your entire world in ways you never dreamed were possible. You'll soon see how it sparks the manifestation of more positive and desired experiences into our lives. So what we care to do now is be in a place where we're not going to be interrupted. And I am sure that we all are. And the first thing that we care to do is relax our bodies. And that's, again, what is that? Letting go of all the things we're carrying and dragging around with us. Could have been stuff we picked up an hour ago, a day ago, a year ago, 20 years ago, 50 years ago, 60, 70 years ago. Let it go. Does it serve you any good, or does it drag you down? Do you feel lighthearted and loving with yourself, or do you feel distressed and angry with yourself? These are things that only you can discern and understand. So you identify, and you're really gentle, kind, and loving with yourself. You say, I don't really care to have these anymore. So, goodbye. I appreciate the experiences that I brought all of you in with me, but now there is no need for you to stay. And they're gone. And no matter how many times they surface, because that's the ego mind, repeat to yourself through the heart. And the body will relax. It'll go light. Light as a feather. It will not be stressing, worrying, and fearing. It'll just be light-hearted. And the feeling, as I'm sure we have all experienced at one time, shape, form, or another, is absolutely amazing. So then we move into the now. The now is really all we have. We don't have the past. We really don't. The past is dead. It's gone. It's just like an elephant graveyard. It's just dank, still, foggy, and dead. Do we have a future? We create the future in the now. So why would we wander into the future? We wouldn't, would we? but we do sometimes. And we also wander into the past. See, by moving into the now, we still the ego mind, the subconscious mind. We step outside of them. It's absolutely phenomenal. We watch them, we don't judge them. All we do is watch. There's no judging there. Now, we all reminisce, though. We all have memories. It's nostalgia memories that we embrace. And, yeah, because they're good energy, because high frequency. And we feel good about it. And we can go to those anytime we choose. But we don't stay. We don't stay a long time in the past. But some of us do. And some of us will stay there so long that I'm not sure it's really consciously, but we will take that future, that past, we'll bring it into a future that doesn't exist. We will live that past in that future. And get confused along the life because we can't figure out why we keep ending up in the same place no matter what direction we go. Some of us go into the future that doesn't exist, and we'll wander around and we'll ask ourselves, when is this going to happen for me? I want this to happen now. I expected this to happen a long time ago, and it still hasn't happened. I don't understand why. Or, when am I going to be here? And when am I going to have this? And when is this going to happen for me? Could be anything. But we do it. It's because we start getting frustrated, irritated, stressed. And then what happens? We begin to attract more and more lower dark matter, survival matter frequencies. And then we go lower and lower, and then we start having all kinds of stuff coming in. And it's blown out of proportion because that's all we're focused on. Now you can see why we talk today in this meditation. We're talking about loving ourselves. We're talking about forgiving. And it's all within us. It isn't outside. You are not going to find this outside. Many have tried, but they have never succeeded with it because it's not there. So, by stilling the mind, relaxing the body, moving out of the ego mind, the subconscious mind, and being a watcher, just watching, no judging. The space between heartbeats, all the noise and the chatter, the tens of thousands of thoughts that float by us every day, which most aren't ours. How do we, with all of that going on, how do we stay in the now? Our breath, our divine positive energy. Why is it divine? It's just breath. The reason it's divine is that the soul enters these bodies. You, the God, right? You power the body. And so when you power the body begins to breathe so it can sustain itself to hold you, the soul, the God, the pure consciousness. So it's very divine, very positive, powerful energy, the breath. So whenever we wander, because we do, when these thoughts come by, and all of a sudden we were focused on something, the next thing you know, we're still doing it, but we're not there with it. We're off somewhere else. And a lot of the thoughts, we kind of go, what the heck am I having this thought? Why am I thinking this? Or what are you going here for? Okay, no big deal. I grabbed onto a thought, it pulled me out of the now. So I'm just going to focus on my breathing, my breath, and it's going to bring me back into the now. I'll always be in the now. That's my intent, to stay in the now. Now, I'm not saying it's easy for any of us at any one time, but the practicing is amazing. And the more we practice it, the more we will be in it. And the more we're in it, the more it will become automatic. None of us have gotten it down 100%. but we're moving there. Remember, you are love. Let the love in. You are forgiveness. Let the forgiveness in. You are the God. Your source. You're all that there is, ever has been, ever will be, ever beyond, and forever. Your God is divine perfection. It is the only thing that doesn't change. With all of this knowledge, stay in the heart with it, not the head. And your whole life right now, this very moment, will shift. Doesn't matter what's going on around you, any of us. It really doesn't. If we give it attention, it will give us attention. If we don't give it attention, it will not give us attention. You can look at your body whenever you choose. I'm not talking about externally. You know, where your eyes are looking at your body and you're looking at different things and stuff. And I'm talking about you can look at your body as the God that you are. So you look at your body and you say, what are those lights in my body? What are they? Well, there's roughly, I see a bunch of lights, but I see going up through the center of my spine, I see 7, they look like wheels of light, and they're very vibrant and very colorful. There's 7 different colors. And these wheels of light seem to be pulsing and emanating an energy, right? What is that? And they all look like, you know, they kind of look like flowers, but different kinds of flowers. And then in the center of them, there's these different geographical or signs, okay? What is that all about in my body? That's where you, the God, flow. The God source, love, light, energy, that's where it flows. It flows through these energy vortexes. These energy vortexes, chi, prana, ki, they're described in many different ways. Very few throughout the ages have been able to even master one point of the chi, let alone all points of the chi. So when you understand the fact that you, the God, flows through your body, the body that you're in, and your energy is constantly flowing through these energy vortexes, these chakras, and it expands out, it goes through the whole blood, it goes through all the organs, it not only that, it goes through all of your emotions. There isn't any emotion that you express or have with that body that the God, you, is not flowing through. It can get pretty tricky if the ego mind is in control of you and you aren't aware that the God that you are is flowing through those chakras in that body that you're in. It can become quite distressful. And that's why you have so many people that are stressed and worried and angry and fearful going on right now. Because they haven't learned yet that the calm, the peace, the love, the joy is within them. And any time they choose, they can go there. And if you want to view it as a massive storm hurling around you, the biggest storm that you could ever imagine, ever, beyond, and forever, and you find the source inside you, the quiet, the love, the joy that you are, and you bathe in it. And you'll find that everything happening around you won't even get a wink from you. So understand it's important. You choose to understand that real briefly, we have the red wheel of light, the orange wheel of light, the yellow wheel of light, the emerald green wheel of light, the blue wheel of light, the indigo wheel of light, and the violet wheel of light. And you, the God, flows through them, right? And so does your divine positive energy, your breath. Now, when You flow through these constantly, which means you branch out into all the bodies, motions, everything. You must know what blocks them. So your red wheel of light, the one at the root chakra, your tailbone, it deals with your survival. All of our survival. Now, if it's our finances, our money, our food, right? Survival, well-being, it's blocked by fear. When we know that consciously, we will not create the fear. We will stay within, and we will not be blocked. And the body loves you for that. And then we move to the orange wheel of light, the sacral chakra. And this is our pleasure, it's our sexuality, it's our joy, ease, fun, happiness, and it's blocked by guilt. And the guilt is the illusion that the ego mind puts you towards your heart mind so that you have this feeling of guilt. Guilt because you're enjoying your life. Guilt because you have this or that. Guilt. The ego mind. Knowing this allows us to disperse it, to embrace it, embrace the guilt, and it'll disappear. Then we move to the yellow wheel of light, willpower, right? It's blocked by shame. Green wheel of light, this is our ability to love. It is blocked by grief. Blue wheel of light, throat chakra, deals with our truth, our communication. It is blocked by lies. Indigo wheel of light deals with our insight. It is blocked by illusion. And then the violet wheel of light, this deals with our direct connection to the God that we are. That's really important. Because we flow back into ourselves. We, as the energy of the perpetual fountain of energy that goes through the body, all the way through the top surface, and goes all the way up through the head and back down around, it's perpetual. It is infinity. As long as we're in these bodies, this energy fountain is constant. Now, we take those, we bring them to the tops of our heads, right? So you, the God, and the breath, one. And we hold it. We are love, we are God, and we are one. And in that brief moment, we compress it into pure liquid, omnipotently powerful energy, right? So we direct the God force love light energy, and we pour it over our pineal glands. It saturates everything. Melts away all the obstructions in the pineal gland, all of the blockages. It becomes vibrant, healthy, fully operational. It is connection to all the particles of existence. It will show us how to be not just in one place at the same time, but many places at the same time. So it's absolutely phenomenal. And you can see the pineal gland any way you choose through your heart, mind's motion picture, of which you're the producer, the director, you're everything. And through the heart, mind's motion picture, you see the pineal gland. I see it as a green ball, a rosebud. And when I pour this omnipotently powerful liquid energy over it, it instantaneously transforms into this massive, fully blossomed rose, emitting a phenomenal fragrance and sending out these deep penetrating waves that just saturate my body, head to toe, inside out. I'm not talking about, like, you have a shower and you have water dripping off of you. This is a whole different experience. Nothing drips off of you. It's all absorbed within you. And you begin to realize that you're just filled with this indescribable deep eternal love, deep eternal gratitude, deep eternal peace. It's just endless. And the euphoria that you feel deep within you, you understand that the rose is you, the God. And you, the God, are the rose. There's no separation. That's the illusion. These bodies that we're in, all of us, the heart mind, the ego mind, the higher self, the soul, the spirit, God, the pure consciousness, it's all one. And every single time we go within, we discover that we are heaven on earth. The heaven is the soul that we are, the God that we are, and the body is the earth. And every step we take, when we're consciously aware, we see the paradise that we create. How can you not create the paradise? It's absolutely phenomenal. The only time you won't see the paradise you're creating is if you're unconscious. You're not awake. You're not aware. So all you see are all of the negatives, all of the energies in the lower dark matter, 5-matter frequencies rampantly jostling around. It's your choice. It's all of our choices. And we glow because we've learned to shine our God force love light energy outward 360 degrees 24/7. So this is about when we understand that we love ourselves deeply, eternally, and that we love all the other parts of ourselves deeply, eternally. That we understand that we are love and everything else is love, deeply, eternally. And we forgive deeply, eternally. And we're in gratitude deeply, eternally. Absolutely magna glorious to discover who and what we are, not just for a brief moment, but throughout eternity. We, all of us, would not be here unless we were consciously aware that we are of and from the highest of deepest, deepest, deepest eternal love, and that we are from the highest of deepest, deepest, deepest eternal gratitude and peace. We wouldn't be here in this meditation with the gods that we are in these bodies. Now, parts of us are awake. Other parts are not awake. Okay? We seek out those parts of us that are awake to a certain extent. It's like the archangels with us right now, cherubim, the seraphim, the archetypes, the ascended masters, Kuan Yin, Maitreya, Buddha, Lakshmi, Ganesh, Gaia, Saint Germain, Sananda Christ, El Moria, Vedantia, Pel, Thoth, Yahweh, Yeshua, many, many, many more. Now, the archangels, they're civilizations that vibrate at a different frequency than we do, so we don't see them like we see ourselves, but we meet with them throughout life, in different situations, in different happenstances. And they always have the same message, it's just delivered in numerous ways. It is an absolutely magna glorious, spectacular, splendiferous to be alive in these bodies. Yes, it is. Thank you, thank you, thank you for a part of me that is awake that reminds me of this every chance it can. Now, they can surround any one of us in the tens of thousands in numbers because of the fact that their vibrational frequency, they can house a large number in a small area. Now, the ascended masters, they have mastered ascension into physical form, out of physical form, old pure consciousness, God form. We are mastering physical form, creating our experiences to perfect our creation. And some of us along the way may discover that we are the light, that we're always shining bright, that we don't need to follow the light when we decide to leave these bodies, because we're out of the light. And they too are consciously aware, or they wouldn't be with us, that they are of and from the highest, the deepest, deepest, deepest eternal love, and of and from the highest, the deepest, deepest, deepest eternal gratitude. We call upon all the inhabitants of inner earth, hollow earth, Agartha, and beneath earth. Yet, only those who are consciously aware that they are of and from the highest, the deepest, deepest, deepest eternal love, and of and from the highest, the deepest, deepest, deepest eternal gratitude, can be with us in this now, in this meditation, the forming the circle of light, and the complete liberation of this planet Earth, Gaia, Arya, in this now. And they come in the billions, and they're with us now consciously. We call upon all the light energy beings out there that are in all that there is, ever has been, ever will be, ever beyond, and forever. Yet only those who are consciously aware that they're of and from the highest of deepest, deepest, deepest eternal love, and of and from the highest of deepest, deepest, deepest eternal gratitude, can be with us in this now, in this meditation, to form this circle of light and complete liberation of this planet Earth, Gaia, Arya, in this now. Now, they come in the gigaplexes. One gigaplex fills this entire universe with no sacred space to spare. They come in trillions of gigaplexes from trillions of universes in every direction. And they are with us now consciously. We call upon all the off-worlders, all the galactics, all the celestials. Yet only those who are consciously aware that they are of and from the highest, of deepest, deepest, deepest eternal love, and of and from the highest, of deepest, deepest, deepest eternal gratitude, can be with us in this now, in this meditation, to form this circle of light and the complete liberation of this planet Earth, Gaia, Arya, in this now. Now, we're only familiar with a smidgen of them. Over 1,000 travel through this solar system every day. Trillions throughout the universes every day. Ones that we're somewhat familiar with, the Pleiadians, the Sirians, the Arcturians, the Andromedans, feline Zeta Reticuli, the Nords, the Greys, the Draco, the Reptilian, the Golden Pyramid, the Avian, many, many, many more. Now, they've been assisting us in our evolution, in our ascension, our enlightenment, freeing ourselves from our own self-imposed bondage and our own self-imposed slavery. And in massive numbers, they are with us now consciously. We call upon all of our loved ones, all of those who have ascended out of body in this lifetime, and all lifetimes that we've inhabited. Yet, only those who are consciously aware that they're of and from the highest, of deepest, deepest, deepest eternal love, and of and from the highest, of deepest, deepest, deepest eternal gratitude, can be with us in this now, in this meditation, forming this circle of light and complete liberation of this planet Earth, Gaia, Arya, in this now. And they come in the billions, and they are with us now consciously. We call upon all the light energy beings who have decided to be housed in the following forms, on and above and below this planet Earth, Gaia, Arya, in this now. Yet, only those who are consciously aware that they're of and from the highest, of deepest, deepest, deepest eternal love, and of and from the highest, of deepest, deepest, deepest eternal gratitude, can be with us in this now, in this meditation, forming the circle of light, complete liberation of this planet Earth, Gaia, Arya, in this now. Now, we're also going to mention them. They come in the trillions in shapes, colors, sizes, forms, configurations, of which we've never seen before, because the eyes that we have in these bodies only see 1% of what is. And the ones that we're familiar with, the fairies, the sprites, the elves, the gnomes, the dwarves, trees, trolls, the elementals, earth, air, water, fire, ether, wood, the mermaid, the dolphin, the whale, the pegasus, the unicorn, the centaur, and the minotaur, and many, many more. Many more. And in the trillions, they're with us now consciously. And we're all gathered arm in arm, hand in hand, consciously. In full compassion, non-judgment, non-ego, non-negativity, stillness of mind, gentleness, kindness, generosity, humbleness, bliss, joy, peace, tranquility, benevolence, prosperity, abundance. And we're all one, and we're all God, and we're all love. And our God, force, love, light, energy is in all that there is, ever has been, ever will be, ever beyond, and forever. And it continues to intensify, and it continues to expand. We immediately form a circle of light around the equator of this planet Earth, Gaia, Arya, and this now. This light emanates from the God force, love, light, energy deep within our very core existence, within these bodies. This light is so brilliant that it grays out the sacredness of darkness or space. It would take 1,000 trillion suns to even come close to its radiance. And we're flooding it, all saturating this planet head to toe, inside now, 24/7, eternal, infinity, with pure, deep, eternal love, gratitude, peace, all that we are as the gods that we are in these bodies, flooding all the other parts of us, whether awake or asleep. Head to toe, inside and out, all life, the highest supreme value in the universe. Ascension, higher thought, deeper eternal love, gratitude, peace, joy. All of this is what we bring to this planet. And all of this, for those of us who are awake and continue to awaken, we lift the vibrational frequencies of this planet and all of the civilization. There is no way possible that this planet will not ascend, that this civilization will not ascend, because it is in the ascension now. Because it's decided to increase its vibrational frequency and meet the God within it and stay with the God within it. We begin to ascend above this planet. As we do, we're immediately met with a massive ocean of glitter. This glitters everywhere. And we're seeing it, it's flashing everywhere. Trillions of brilliant colored lights. So we go to the source of the reflections, these little tiny etched microscopic mirrors. So we enter them. We discover that it is all of us gathered in this meditation, all consciously aware, teaching and learning from each other. All of us are students of ourselves and others. All of us are teachers of ourselves and others. So parts of us teaching and learning all the time. It's phenomenal. It's magnificent. Magniglorious. Now we continue to ascend above the planet. And some of us step outside our physical form, hover effortlessly above it, if we're carrying physical form. And why do we do this? Well, it's because we can. And so as we continue to ascend, we come in contact with this massive crystalline light tower. We created this tower. It's larger than the solar system. In the center of the column, we see this oblong sphere. In the center of the sphere, we see a golden white ball of light. We also see numerous rings of multicolored lights surrounding it. And we notice that all of this is sending out these massive waves, saturating us all head to toe, inside and out. And then we discover, as we are with the God within us, that all of this frequency, all of this energy that we're absorbing, white, the yellow white ball of light, pure deep eternal love. All of the rings, pure deep eternal gratitude, peace, gentleness, kindness, generosity, humbleness, bliss, joy, great prosperity, great well-being, great abundance. Benevolence, tranquility. It's unending. It's infinity. It is all of us. Not the body, but the God that we are. That's what this is. At the top of this crystal light tower, we designed it so the golden ocean can come cascading down 360 degrees, as it's doing right now, 24/7, infinity, flooding us all, head to toe, inside and out, with that of which we are. Deep, pure, eternal love, gratitude, peace, all of it. It is us. Always has been, always will be, ever, beyond, and forever. It is for us to discover this and to stay with it. We are drops of this golden ocean. We also are the essence of this golden ocean. The golden ocean is the drops of the golden ocean, and the only illusion is separation. We see our meditative sphere at set center circle. We created this sphere. Over 3 years ago, it holds over 1,400 of our meditations in perpetual motion, with the highest of intent, with conscious awareness of all of us gathered in this meditation on and off world, hundreds of millions of us, of the highest intent of pure, deep, eternal love, gratitude, and peace. We're being flooded with this by all the parts of us, head to toe, inside and out. Our vibrational frequency is not going to go down unless we choose it to go down. It is just going to keep accelerating higher and higher. Why would we choose anything otherwise than that? This is why this meditative sphere can be seen, heard, and felt, and all that there is, ever has been, ever will be, ever beyond, and forever. And this is why it continues to intensify, and it continues to expand. In these times, on this planet, that we are all experiencing, it is of our choice, of the gods that we are within these bodies, to not entertain any longer, to not judge any longer, to not embrace all of these lower dark matter, survival matter frequencies any longer, and decide, as the gods that we are, that we are here creating a paradise. That is literal. It isn't figuratively. Collectively, we are creating a paradise, a God planet, here on this earth. We embrace that, and we choose to love ourselves as the love that we are, to be in deep gratitude with ourselves as the gratitude that we are, to be in the deep forgiveness with ourselves as the forgiveness that we are. All gods, all love, all one. I'll join in the meditation and return to close us out. Take an easy breath in through the nose and an easy breath out through the mouth. Move slowly and easily. The devil whispered in my ear, "You're not strong enough to withstand the storm." Today, I whispered in the devil's ear, "I am the storm." This life that we're all in is way too short currently to always play it safe, to be right instead of happy, to carry a grudge, do just enough to get by, engage your mouth when angry, forget what really matters, give up on our dreams, have a chip on our shoulders, impose limitations on ourselves, just work for the money, keep walking on eggshells, leave words unspoken, make mountains out of molehills, not try for the fear of failure, obey all the rules, pretend to be someone you're not, quit when the going gets tough, risk nothing, do nothing, sweat the small stuff, try to please everybody, use blame, shame, or guilt, value things more than people, wait for the other shoe to drop, experience life as a spectator, yearn for the good old days, zip right through it. These are messages. And understand, we, all of us, the devil whispers in our ears that none of us are strong enough to withstand the storm. And today is right now. We all whispered in the devil's ear, we are the storm. Take this with you for the rest of the day, into the evening and night and the following morning. And we will return here June 2nd, 2021, Wednesday, 3 p.m. Eastern, to continue our global guided meditation call and our time for change call, 9 p.m. Eastern as well.